to explain how that maybe it's all been in my head. Hey, well, I'm tired of this black and blue, black and blue.
In these final hours before Apollo 17, some people are gloomy about the future of space exploration. Not among them is Dr. Director Von Braun, the retired rocket expert who developed the big Saturn launch vehicles and used to send men on their way to the moon. I talked with Dr. Von Braun earlier this evening.
We will go to the moon again. There may be a 10-year gap or so, but when we do return to the moon, we will go there with our reusable space shuttle, with probably a reusable two-stage tug to fly from low Earth orbit onto lunar orbit, and land even on the moon itself with a vehicle that can return to a lunar orbit to be fueled up and do that portion of the trip also repeatedly. The net result will be that transportation cost to the lunar surface will be down to maybe 1/10 of what Apollo demands. And so we can really think of far more ambitious lunar surface missions, such as a semi-permanent installation on the moon, or traverses across the entire face of the moon, maybe of several thousand miles length, where would land a crew in one corner of the moon to pick it up a few weeks later in another location. I think all good things have an ending, and I consider Apollo a little bit, as it were, as a sailing ship and dog sled area to the South Pole. Well, next time we'll go to the South Pole, we'll go by turboprop airplane.
Mm-hmm. You said 10 years or so. You don't really expect anything like that in 10 years. You're talking a much longer period than
Not
that.
necessarily. You see, the reusable space shuttle will be available in 1978 with first successful flights, and it can very definitely be an operational vehicle by 1980, which is 8 years away, and 2 more years will suffice to go back to the moon with the tug that is carried into orbit by the shuttle. So I'm not at all pessimistic.
Well, what is it in our makeup that is possible for us to get excited about an Apollo 11, man's first step on the moon, and within 2 short years of that time, be as blasé as the public seems to be today about well, this particular launch and the space program generally?
Well, I think it's the excitement of the new. I mean, it's like getting married, you know, and being married. The love is still there and the excitement is still there, but it's no longer the honeymoon.
We'll be back to begin CBS News live coverage of the nighttime launch of Apollo 17 at 9:41 Eastern Time. Now we don't know. Danny is never so off of snow mask down at the direct value and say this negative cow dibble.
No, not. Ngon. Det är lite bjärski. Nej, lite vanligt. There I am. There I am. Skelton i moon when the Askies sticking it out.
National roof tips and snow like this to the the deal with me, what was there, so see, mass, that was no shoes, no fat surfs now. The battle went off and Robert was asking, was so soft, but back again, man, it's zero, no more.
It's a set for the London house. Wash it out the broad and the direct that left the room of the cattle would say out for slower. Say, yom, night. Here was a heat, the scoop. He's eating his hand up because he's going to show for the vision feather. The alpha says surfs I Västnikan believe the will ship through you. This lesson on.
Bring off some discussions. That's that young getting it. That discuss together only your serene. That's we
Nails play part over double evil, so I said the rats cannot. Oh, so I said the then snod in the fishing Ulysses, I was a table alone off by this account. In the rest is the walk. Nisa. She skulle vara helt ljus för det häftigt nummer var någon orkenal. Då snällt ram så att de söjde numret för siffra nej sakta så vakta. Nummer man skiljer sig den mörka mest. Jesus person skäms för sann så skiljer man fucking zero if you were snam it my been with no idea groups or son will the talk and shit of snuff the book laws of ended hell that he was so if that one soft that would not wish him. The Braun will nurse you next to the face with the flesh, the woman on the nell. The Braun will not, the boss are all the outfit, watch the suit over through your rail parts, the sheep through your eyes, I do the roof. No, but that's not you, how you know. The horse or pike they baby met. They got no more but those blue.
Yes, so they run out of numbers across those cross down. No, but they were not necessary. So they snarled in their ass. Give the beloved who is girls got a call there after in my now very nervous because I'm not on. The sheriff's got the very street that thought by him well. Earl if must need no less all off bro from 0 while now seeing it.
This right here is payback from way back. I don't play that. This right here is payback from way back. I don't play that. This right here is payback from way back. I don't play that. This right here is payback from way back. I don't play that.
He said this, it made me think. It made me think.